evening and welcome into the Palace on Poirier, the home of the Coquitlam Adanacs and the site of some BC Junior B Tier 1 lacrosse. Ian Wilson with the call on behalf of the wonderful broadcast crew of Trick Shot on hand this evening to help bring you all the best angles of your Coquitlam Adanacs home games on Junior Adanac TV. It is the Burrards from Maple Ridge coming in to the Poirier to take on the Coquitlam Adanacs, currently finding themselves sitting in third place. It's actually a three-way tie for the top of the table right now between Victoria, Port Coquitlam, and your Adanacs. However, with the tiebreakers in place, currently the Shamrocks still set up top, with the Saints in second and the Adanacs at third. With a win tonight, the Adanacs can pole vault Victoria and Poco and take over that first seed atop of the league. This will be the 10th time that the Adanacs have taken to the floor this season. However, on the other side for the Burrards, it is a young new season for them. This is only the 5th time that they will take to the floor so far here in 2024. A drop of the ball, and we are underway as we'd like to begin this game by acknowledging we're playing the beautiful Creators game on the unceded traditional territories of the Coast Salish peoples, and in particular we'd like to make mention of our relationships with the Coquitlam, Kikite, Katsi, and Tsleil-Waututh First Nations, our closest neighbors. Always an honor and privilege to live, work, learn, and play in this territory. Burrard's going to get the early stop. No, it's turned over right in front. Takes the shot wide of the cage, and this one will stay alive in the middle for a little bit. Scooped up and heading out the other way is Cohen Callan. As Callan able to work it over into the offensive side of the floor. The Burrards going to look for their early offense in this one to get things moving in the right direction. Still winless through 4 games are Maple Ridge. Near side trying to get around McElhargy. Will be taken down right before he gets to the outside of the crease, and the Adanacs looking to pick things up here. A nice turnover by Gagnon. Back up high. Takes the shot, and wide of the cage is Collette. Able to find it through the traffic just in time. Gagnon will get it again. 21 left on the clock to work with as the Burrards will blitz from the far side. Trying to cut back up high. Takes it. Collette the save. Scooping it up. Marcus Chenard trying to get a piece of the action on the back check. A crushing blow there by the Burrards. And the Adanacs still able to keep that one alive. Good work by Matthew Bailey. Head into the offensive side as Sam Charbonneau passes to Henrik Lucas and heads off on the change. Chase Hansen also out alongside another one of the newcomers in Hudson Karasek. Into the lineup and onto the score sheet. Karasek, beautiful pick and roll with Henrik Lucas. Makes his way to the front of the goal and kicks the door wide open on this game. The two-man game is a thing of beauty, and Karasek and Lucas execute it to fruition. As Karasek, again, this is the first time we've seen him on the home floor. Very well done getting into the offensive equation. The Adanacs got a couple of big bodies on that offensive side of the floor that work well together. You see how they get the pick and roll to work in a couple of different ways, and Karasek will strike pay dirt there. Vandenberg cuts towards the center, feeds the trailer, relays to the far side is Luke McNamara. Going to set up in front of the cage. Fought for with Spencer Vandenberg. The Burrards trying to shepherd him into the wall. Vandenberg stutter steps, cradles, gets to his forehand, deflected over top of the cage. Good work defensively as the back check there of Jamie Thompson. Able to get that to go as the officials noticing a 2x4 of sorts there. Nice zoom angle on that. It was left just on the inside of the boards. It looks like they're going to get one of our fans here, which actually might be one of the Junior A lacrosse players. Don't twist an ankle as you're jumping down there. They're going to open up the back gate for a second. There, we got all the best angles courtesy of Trick Shot. That behind the net cam. Going to catch all the action as they give that 2x4 a new home. Not sure why that was hanging around just on the bottom side of the Zamboni doors, but oh well, you roll with the punches and we keep on going here. as the Burrards work it into the offensive side. Gonzalez will play it to the near side wing. Pass and go. Still holds. Nice spin move in front. And a solid check coming across by Matthew Bailey. Bailey not allowing Caden McIntosh to make a play on the near side. Nice diving play. They score! Dion Gonzalez. Beautiful spin move on the near side. Able to open up space in front of the cage and keeps those toes outside of the paint. The finesse to spin towards the goal line and have enough momentum to launch himself across. That's a tight one there. As you watch the replay, we'll see if that left foot, it does actually step inside. So I don't think there's video review in Junior B Tier 1, but they put that one up on the Jumbotron a couple of times. The Burrards get away with one there as that left foot of Gonzalez steps inside of the crease as he dives across. Nothing gets by the wistful eyes of Trick Shot. Pivoting around, trying to find his way to the front. Hartley sees Lucas, unable to get that one into the stick, and out they go. Kian Saeed stops up right around the Adanacs logo, leaves it for Bikic. As Ty Bikic heads off on the change, one of the transition players for the Burrards, back up at the near side. Give and go in the middle, taken down by Bailey. Nearly caught up high as they'll throw it ahead. Nice stretch feed. Lalonde behind the defense. Good back-checking pressure by Gagnon. Throws it back around to the near side as Sam Charbonneau facilitates, finds Alex Tan. Tan to the far side corner. McNamara comes back up to Eckert, relays to Vandenberg. Vandenberg, two-man game again. As Owen Eckert lost his stick in the middle, running into the defense there, working him outside. Vandenberg in front. He scores! Knock, knock, Spencer Vandenberg right on the front porch. The Adanacs continue to work very well at spacing the floor and opening up those lanes for their players to make runs to the front of the net. And Vandenberg gets into prime scoring position and will make no mistake. Quinn Mulcahy nearly able to keep that one away with a sweep of the goal stick. But that one's going to end up as another goal on the board for the Adanacs. So Spencer Vandenberg continues his solid string of play since donning the yellow, purple, and white. Kai Hartley feeds that one, and around it goes as Karasek sets a screen for Lucas. Defender draped all over him. Lucas feeds it down low. Quick shot from the near side and then pushed back into the netminder by the defense. Burrards, though, get the ball as there was the step in right as the shot was released. So Bikic will bring it across the timeline. It's about 4.5 gone by. Here in first period action, live from the Palace on Poirier. Gonzalez to the right wing, going to pull it back around. Gonzalez stops up, unable to get the shot to fly as Nathan Ma round the outside. Delayed penalty coming here. There goes Collette to the bench. Lalonde has trouble with it, has to reach forward and get it back in the stick. Challenge to the near side, heavy, hard work on the near side wing as they try and work their way back in. Out the challenge is Carter Dowsley. Near side, Vandenberg at the point. They'll go back and forth. Extra attacker out on the floor, 6-on-5. Eckert back to Vandenberg. Vandenberg cuts left, unable to find the lane. Nice behind the back feed to Lucas. He scores! Henrik Lucas coming away with the assist on Karasek's goal earlier. Gets rewarded on a pick and roll of his own. And a nifty, there you see it there, the behind the back feed by Vandenberg. And Lucas finding a little pay dirt of his own. You see the defense coming over just a half step too late. Owen Simpson able to get over and lay a hit down on Lucas, but not before the big forward was able to snap the shot past Mulcahy. As Chase Budnick killing some extra time in the offensive zone. So no power play to come here as they get it done with the extra attacker. 3-1 your score. Shots dead even at 4. Karasek goes back up to Eckert. He'll relay to the far side for Hansen. Hansen unable to get the shot to go. It's Vandenberg. Screen set by Karasek. Cuts through the middle. Vandenberg scores! Here comes the offense. Spencer Vandenberg tallies his second of the night, and we're not even 6 minutes into the game. Vandenberg gets enough of a slip off of that screen set by Karasek. And the body positioning, the defense tried to get the tag on the stick as he was going to pull back for the shot, but not to be, as the Adanacs extend the lead to 3. The Burrards, again, this only their 5th time out on the lacrosse floor this year. The scheduling for them getting started a bit later. And so here for Coquitlam, a chance to keep pouring it on. Luke McNamara. What can you say about this Adanacs team? Their offense has been stellar all season long, and they are exploiting all the angles right now. And the Burrards are going to call an early timeout. 6 minutes and 10 seconds in, it is 5-1 Coquitlam. As now McNamara becomes the 4th different goal scorer for Coquitlam. So McNamara, Lucas, Karasek, and 2 by Vandenberg, as Tyson Abbott's squad has got to be happy with their performance so far. This is a well-oiled team going into its 12th game this season, which is the most so far played by any team. The Islanders have also played 11, but their next game doesn't come until Friday, where they host the Roadrunners. So again, if the Adanacs can find their way to a win here tonight, they will have sole control of first place, and with the momentum that's been going on early, seems to be pointing towards that. The Burrards, though, still lots of lacrosse left to dig their heels in here. Maple Ridge, a very proud lacrosse community playing out of the Cam Neely. We'll see what they're made of throughout the rest of this one. Again, only game number 5 for them. Here's another chance. Coles across to Budnick. Nice save in the crease, as now Kevin McConaughey in there in place of Quinn Mulcahy. The goaltending swap already here, as the Adanacs scoring on 5 of their first 6 shots. So McConaughey into the game, and he stops the first one he sees from Budnick. Eckert takes one, and McConaughey will find that one as well. Able to keep it inside the equipment. Now McConaughey into this game to try and stem the bleeding. 4-goal deficit right now. Here's a long shot blocked by the defense, as another attempt from distance by Anthony Vargas was denied there. Back into Vargas again off of the near side is the Burrards. Solo effort, Nathan Ma able to come over for the double team. He and McElhargy shut down that opportunity by Vargas. Pass up the center, right with Lalonde. Lalonde fakes the pass, able to get around the man in the middle. Working on Caden McIntosh. Here's Alex Tan to the left wing. Tan stops up, screenplay to the middle, has a lane, takes it. McConaughey gets the save. Loose ball goes off of Burrard and bumped into Alex Tan. Near side corner. As Alex Tan continues to pressure, that one going to be scooped up, and they work the other way, does Kian Saeed. Saeed relays this one ahead to Bikic, as Ty Bikic finds his man in Dion Gonzalez, sponsored by Canine Meadows Pet Resort. Lots of wonderful community sponsors for both of these teams, as you see for several of these organizations here in BC Junior B Tier 1. Gonzalez leaves to the near side, pass in the middle, bumped. Can they find the lane? No. Nice check by Toomer, takes him down and sweeps it away towards the bench. And time will wind down on the shot clock. The violation, give the Adanacs the ball. Caden Coles didn't get enough horseradish on that one, as it came up a little bit shy, but Henrik Lucas able to help him out there. As Lucas, near side, lost the ball, scoops it up in front, couldn't get it in his stick, as now it's picked up by the Burrards. Thrown ahead and grabbed. Heavy check there on Karasek, as he's able to keep the ball alive. It stays with the Adanacs. So 26 on the shot clock, as Henrik Lucas will start up in his favorite spot. Lucas back to the point. Screenplay set. Eckert to his left. Shadowed there in front by Cash Barkley. Karasek to Lucas again. Screenplay set, another slip play. Takes the shot. McConaughey finds it, and he's able to get the stick on top of it in that yellow paint. McConaughey looking the length of the floor. Relays that one ahead, and a solid check on Vargas. Gets that stick down and doesn't allow him to make a play on it. An error by Collette as it slipped out of the stick. Now this one's ahead, and away goes Kent. Kent will spin around on the near wing. As Brody Kent, we've seen a couple different players wearing that number 41, but the name bar on the back says Kent, so good to see Brody wearing his number 41 again. Far side, Adanacs pressuring again. Looking in the middle, Vandenberg, fake move, falls down. Can he get the ball away out of his stick? He does, try to spike it off of the floor from his stomach, and McConaughey able to keep it away. Callan jumps up, unable to get that one. As the captain of the Burrards, Simpson on the near side. Here's Callan again. Callan cuts to the middle at the Adanacs logo, feeds it left side. Bumps, still in the stick of Marcus Chenard. Chenard feeds it back and around to the right wing side now. Holding it up, trying to swim through Budnick. Nice move to the front. Tried the low shot on Collette. He gets the save. Adanacs to the near side, throwing it ahead once again. Here they go with a whole lot of speed again. Back to the middle, and McNamara had trouble getting that one into his stick. It's going to be a loose ball push after the ball left his stick, and he couldn't get the shot away. So with 9:49 left to go, Coquitlam get another chance here. Starting out with it in the far wing. Eckert into the middle. Karasek a blast, and McConaughey will find that one with a stick. Guy Hartley trying to keep it alive. Karasek in there as well. Sweeping away at it. The Adanacs get the ball, and they get the fresh 30. Hartley to the far side for McNamara. McNamara to Lucas. Watched closely. Finds Eckert. Eckert stumbles with the ball. Able to pick it back up. And around again. Takes the shot. Blistered it wide of the cage as Karasek able to use that big frame. Burrards away down the floor. Collette knew it was going to be over and back, so he just left it there as it rolled right towards his crease. Far side corner, Burrards holding pressure. Around to Gonzalez again. Back screen set by Vargas. Vargas looking at his options, finds him out of the back gate. Takes the shot, Collette the save. As the Adanacs, McElhargy watching the player at the back post. It was James Kitch. Kitch going to go back in to the defensive side as Alex Tan gets the ball and curls around to the near wing. Vandenberg back over to the trailer, and McNamara now for Chase Hansen. Has Eckert coming off of the bench. Here's Alex Tan again. Nice screenplay into the middle. Vandenberg, the pass too high as the Burrards scoop it up and head the other way with numbers. No, Alex Tan will knock that pass down, but Bickett gets it right back, then loses it to Tan. Tan to the near side with Bickett draped all over him. Trying to knock it out of his stick or do something with it. Nice shoulder fake. Gives him a bit of room. Near corner again for Vandenberg. Vandenberg towards the cage. Takes it himself and scores! Never mind. He'll wave that one off. Was just about to tick off the hat trick right there. Looked like he kept the toes out. The official had other ideas. We keep going in a 5-1 game. As Malott coming around to the near wing. Fakes, trying to cut through. Takes a one-hopper that Toomer blocks and sends this one ahead. Tomer to his right. Takes the heavy check, but keeps control of the ball. Bumps again with Vargas. Tomer still with the ball. Feeds it over to Chase Budnick. And back around to Owen Eckert. We'll see if the Adanacs try a couple of different looks here as the game goes along, if they can continue to drive the offensive wedge. Nice move. McNamara! Pardon me, it's Chase Budnick. Another unique Adanac on the score sheet as Budnick lets that one fly from distance and will pick the back post. 7:32 and a 6-1 game. 5 unique goal scorers for the Adanacs. They are clicking on all cylinders. One more and they've got the old V6. 5 different goal scorers. They're getting it from all levels. Defense, transition, and their primary go-tos. Budnick again will play it ahead to Caden Coles. Coles relays into the middle for Vandenberg and heads off on the change. Here's Vandenberg. Pivots around. Has one man to beat. Tan sets the screen. Sets up shop in front of the net. Far side. Kai Hartley steps around, feeds it to the near side. Eckert going to cut through the middle again as Chase Hansen pops free in the middle. Vandenberg tries again, and he'll be denied by McConaughey. Scooped up as they head out through center. Curtis Doucette takes the contact, lost the ball, tried to scoop it back up, and the Adanacs will get the ball here. 6:45 as Coquitlam done very well for themselves on their home floor so far this season. Here's Lucas. Lucas to his right, takes it, he scores! Sneaky, sneaky, Henrik Lucas. Barely even looking at the cage, just put that one underhand and got it past McConaughey. As Lucas just gonna utilize the defender. You see it almost like he's looking across for a pass. The goaltender thinks he knows where that one's going, but he sneaks it in between the defenders and into the back of the cage. Henrik Lucas getting back onto the score sheet and finding a 7-1 advantage as Caden Coles draws a penalty here with Kitch and Saeed all over him. Finally, the Burrards will pick that one up, and it's going to be a holding call coming against Maple Ridge, so we get a power play as the John B. Neighborhood Pub and Specialty Liquor Store will get its first victim. Thank you to John B. for sponsoring the penalty box this season. As here, the Adanacs going to be testing their power play percentage. They converted on the extra attacker earlier. The power play 26% on the season coming into this game. Vandenberg gets this one back up on the pass on the left wing. Vandenberg around 10. Low shot, stick save for McConaughey. McConaughey looking to dish that one out himself. Nice move as Vandenberg scoops this one away. Feeds it back post, takes the shot, they score! Power play goal, backdoor Kai Hartley. .548 left to go. And if you count the extra attacker goal, that's a perfect 2 for 2 on the power play for the Adanacs. As the outlet feed from McConaughey was picked off by Vandenberg. Vandenberg, no hesitation, found Hartley streaking in on the backside. And this one is now an 8-1 contest as Vargas near side will feed it back, looking to get it right back into his stick. They get the defense to shed back a little bit. Back post, looking for a man cutting inside. Couldn't find Miller Renault. Renault off of the give and go, far side. He'll take a long opportunity, blocked by the defense. Renault right back in for it, but Budnick will get the better of the exchange. Feeds it across, and ahead goes Sam Charbonneau. Charbonneau stops up, finds Henrik Lucas. The offense is looking good so far this evening. Lucas to the middle, nice move, he'll take it. McConaughey watched it go wide, scooped up by McNamara on the far side. Now Chase Hansen over to Alex Tan, gives it right back. Hansen for McNamara, missed the pass off of the wall, and it's going to be scooped up. Hansen knocks it down though. Loose ball battle goes to the Burrards. Well done there for Cohen Callan. Callan stops up, feeds it over to Kitch, as Kitch will stay out with it in his stick, finds Gagnon to the near side. Gagnon has Gonzalez cutting into the middle. Here's the trailer feed. Back up high for McIntosh. McIntosh to his left finds a lane, and that one careens off of the back wall into the netting and out of play. 4:25 left here. As Kent puts this one back in the stick of Karasek. Back to Lucas. Karasek near wing. Loads, fires, took a deflection off a defender. Far side. Back in front, Hartley to Lucas, stopped by McConaughey. Back out to Vandenberg, a try that goes wide. Out to Hartley again. The defense unable to generate anything off of these loose balls as the Adanacs have been great at tracking down the rebound. 3:53 left to go here. Adanacs feed it to the far side. McNamara finds Hartley to Vandenberg in the middle behind the back try as McConaughey will shut the door there. Shots now 19-6 in favor of the Burrards as Saeed throws this one ahead, received by Vargas. Vargas getting around Lalonde to the near side. As Vargas has McIntosh with him on the near wing. Vargas bumps, spins, Looking for an option. Vargas loaded up to fire, couldn't get it to go. Back over to McIntosh. McIntosh near side wing. Forced to the outside by Lalonde. Tried to drag it low. Trying to get around another man. Diving play as Collette will find him with the far pad. And ahead they go again in transition. Caden Coles. Caden Coles feeds this one back over to Alex Tan. As Tan stutter stepping at the near side. Survey says he'll find Lucas. Lucas relays to the far side. Give and go. Eckert goes to Hansen. Setting a screen. Alex Tan can't find the shooting lane. Hartley back to the near side. Alex Tan off the wall. Running out of time. 2 seconds on the clock. And the Burrards get the ball. Up through center they go. The defense training in, though. Going to force them to the outside. A run there for Carter Dowsley. Dowsley back to Gonzalez. Mishandled the pass. Scoops it up now. Gonzalez to the near wing. Surveying through the middle. The pick play takes the man down. Gonzalez, his pass tipped. Scooped up. Trying to cut through the center is Charlie Quinn. Quinn looking to find it to the near side. Scooped up and spun around as Matthew Bailey will bring it back around towards the point. 20 on the shot clock as Spencer Vandenberg controls. Out to watch him is Ty Bikic. Bikic forced him to the center. Back around to the right side. Eckert, lefty shooter spot. McNamara, Karasek. Now Vandenberg again in the middle. Out of the stick and stopped by McConaughey. Burrards battling for the loose ball to the near side. Scooped up by Saeed. Stretch feed. Missed the intended target. Coming to throw out through the middle was Borkowski. Jonathan Borkowski back in on the defensive side, though. He's going to watch. Looking like Hartley on the backside. From distance, McNamara wide. Hartley stopped in tight. And a good save there by McConaughey. Spins around onto the forehand to the near side. Karasek. Karasek cradles, takes a couple of steps to the middle, finds McNamara. McNamara from distance. McConaughey will be able to track it well through traffic. McConaughey safely to Saeed. 1:06 left to go. Saeed bumped. Passes across. It safely gets to Miller Renault. Miller Renault feeds it back out. Screenplay was set, but Coles recovers as Malotz trying to get this one away from Nathan Maw. Nathan Maw forcing him to the outside. A turnover here as Brody Kent gets it to the offensive side with 43 left to go on the game clock. Feeds it back over. The Adanacs pressuring. Alex Tan down the near side wing. Stops up, looking for a pass. Finds it far wing. Hansen to Hartley. Back over to Tan. Tan looking towards the center. Forced out. Feeds it across. Gets it back to the near side. Henrik Lucas slips through. Takes the shot just wide of the near post. As the Burrards scoop this one up. Under 20 to go, so no shot clock to worry about. Tried to transition as Callan couldn't keep it in the stick. Now a dozen left on the clock. Missed the pass coming in towards the Burrards bench. Here's Callan again now. 7 seconds left. Can they find a last-ditch opportunity? 5 seconds. Kitch goes to Gonzalez. Has to hurry. 1 second left. And Vargas got it into the stick, but didn't have time to let it fly. This morning out with raining cats and dogs, and then on the drive out this evening it was sunny. So if you're outside warming up for lacrosse this evening, oh boy, I hope you did it late enough in the day that you didn't have to bring your waders with you. But now we bring the lacrosse indoors. My goodness, box look, whether it doesn't matter what type of lacrosse you play during the summer months, be it field, box, the Creators game is alive and well, coast to coast. And another great rendition of it going on before our very eyes. 22-7, your shots through the first 20 minutes in favor of Coquitlam. That brought to you by Shot Power Concrete Structures. And of course, the 8-1 goal margin. Having a look at some of those assists. Kai Hartley, a 4-point night already, got a goal and added a trifecta of assists. Luke McNamara, as I was told by Gord, got the different pronunciation. As McNamara currently coming away with a goal and 2 assists. 2 goals and an assist for Henrik Lucas. A goal and 2 assists for Karasek. And then, of course, Vandenberg had his double as well, and he picks up an assist as well. As Charlie Quinn getting the first loose ball battle out of the defensive side for the Adanacs. Will throw this one ahead. 19:20 left to go by. Only 40 seconds in. And Coquitlam find themselves with their first offensive possession as Hansen relays to Lucas. Far side as Coquitlam Vandenberg will cut across. Here's Owen Eckert. Eckert to the outside, cuts to the middle. Diving play, scores! It's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's Owen Eckert. As Owen Eckert going from vertical to horizontal and putting that ball in the back of the goal. A hefty effort early on in the second. The full extension dive, able to cut it across McConaughey. And it is a 9-1 game. Procedure called. Coquitlam will get the ball coming off of the reset. And their extension is up to 8 as Hartley went for the low shot, and a good stick by the defense will deflect that one high and wide. Hartley again, though, to the near side, feeds it back into the middle. The defense slow to pick up on Eckert. To the far side, Alex Tam thinking about going through. Karasek stops up, trying to get around Thomas. Karasek pulling it back to the outside. Hudson Karasek over to Owen Eckert, most recent goal scorer. Low shot through Barkley's legs, but McConaughey able to find it with a chest protector. As the Burrards, Borkowski and Barkley out there with Doucette as well. Heading off on the change is now Maple Ridge finding their way into the offensive side of things again. Quick swing shot by Vargas, gobbled up by Collette. And here they go up through the middle. Trying to feed that one ahead. Swept away though by Renault. Into the stick of Bikic. Two forwards on the back check, but Bikic able to keep it alive for Maple Ridge. Far side, McIntosh looking for Vargas, fake the pass. Budnick gonna close out quick as Budnick feeds that one in front. Vargas off of the quick stick and unable to get it past Collette. Here's Caden Coles. 17:43. The Adanacs finding ways to move the ball around the outside and open up those gaps in the middle. Back screen set, tried to find the pick and roll, but Cartley had it pop free. Alex Tan fakes it around the outside. Up to Vandenberg, across to Hansen. Hansen cutting low, bumped, curls to the outside. Here's Hansen again. Hansen takes the shot, one hopper off of the floor and right into McConaughey. Loose ball goes to Maple Ridge. Out they go. Here's Dowsley. Dowsley going to be watched by Charbonneau as he'll feed it to the far wing. Stops up. Nathan Maw working him over on the far side. Caden McIntosh running out of room. Cuts to the corner. Feeds into the backhand. Nice spin. Tried to get towards the middle. Nice underhand pass. Far side. McIntosh gets through and is able to get the shot away, but Collette finds it with a pad. And now he'll scoop up the loose ball. Collette throwing it up to Lalonde. As Lalonde, 16:40, watched by Doucette, keeps it in his stick, now finds Owen Eckert. Owen Eckert to the near side, feeds it through. McNamara back up high and relayed over to Hudson Karasek. Karasek off of the screenplay, back over. McNamara takes the shot from distance, and it gets through! Slowed it up, but couldn't stop it as McConaughey got a piece of that, but not enough. McNamara getting a lot of heat on that one. Didn't spend too much time in his stick. It was not long for the air as it made its way down to the floor and just trickles past over that goal line. (16-10). And double digits on the board for the Coquitlam Adanacs. They've got a 9-goal advantage now. As McIntosh, something to say about it as it's blocked on the way through. Another chance, Collette able to knock it down as looking to set the screenplay. McElhargy throwing this one ahead to Caden Coles. McNamara getting onto the score sheet in this one once again. As Karasek will pick up the third assist of the game, and Vandenberg adding another to his tally as well. Hartley takes the shot. That one ricochets off of the back wall. Burrards, can they find the loose ball? They do. Thrown ahead as Dowsley checks the shoulder, trying to track this one down. Henrik Lucas on the back check will work him over with Chase Hansen. Double teamed into the wall. Dowsley lost his stick and the ball. Bumps into Tomer as Henrik Lucas will get the ball and throw it ahead. Here goes Charbonneau. 5 minutes gone by here in the second. Comfy 9-goal lead for Coquitlam, but they can't take their foot off of the gas. You don't want to generate any bad habits. Here's Eckert around the outside. Cuts to the middle. He scores! Quick as a flash, Owen Eckert around the outside, cruises to the front of the cage, and will deposit that one past McConaughey. Similar to his last effort, but a bit of a higher degree of difficulty because he was moving around that outside route. Owen Eckert picks up his second of the game, both of them coming here in the second period, and they are both in the beautiful category. Ahead, in behind Charlie Quinn. He'll push the man into the boards as the Burrards try and battle for the loose ball. It's a 10-goal lead, 11-1 here for the Adanacs. As Brody Kent had trouble with that one, trying to track it down. It'll be over and back, so just heads back defensively. Nathan Maw going to come out and join him alongside Lalonde. Liam Lalonde, Ben McElhargy, and as well Matthew Bailey coming out to complete the defensive unit. Kitch up high, number 19 is going to be Parker Malott. Far side, Gonzalez, the intended target, knocked away. Liam Lalonde trying to battle with Caden McIntosh. Away from Gonzalez, here's Matthew Bailey, has McElhargy with him. Matthew Bailey in behind the defense, he scores! Matthew Bailey on a transition run, cashes in, and it's a dozen for Coquitlam. Nice run by Matthew Bailey, great control of the stick. He sees the defender, knows that he's breathing down his neck, peels off to the outside just at the last second to be able to open up his body positioning enough. And that one will beat the netminder for the dozenth time tonight. 14 left. As Owen Eckert will leave it in the near side for Chase Hansen. It stays back of the points area with McNamara. McNamara back into the near side corner. Owen Eckert, dangerous from this side of the floor, has he been today. McNamara loads, fires, rips it off of the near side post. And with 13:37 left, he'll have to chase this one back. Callan trying to scoop it up. He does, but Collette going through the crease, going to be called on Callan as he tried to knock that one away from the netminder. So Coquitlam will get the fresh possession here. As Eckert will try and cut towards the center. Sends it over to the far wing for Hudson Karasek. Vandenberg to McNamara. Takes the shot, stopped by McConaughey. Loose ball into the middle of the floor. Scooped up by the captain. Eckert steals it away. Nice back check by Callan to knock it away from Eckert. Follows through, sending him into the boards. Trying to get this one ahead to Bikic. Bikic all by himself on the near side of the timeline. Throws it ahead as the offense makes their way out onto the floor. With it now is Miller Renault. Renault rolls it back to Kitch, far side. Cutting in, Dowsley. Vargas, I should say. Now trying to back check on this one is Nathan Maw, looking to muscle it away from the Maple Ridge forward. Vargas spins. Off of the wall goes Matthew Bailey through the middle, and time will finally wind down on the shot clock. Another great kill of a possession for Coquitlam. Lalonde. 31-12, your shots on goal. The Adanacs will see what they try here, if they keep going back to the well or if they mix up the offense a bit with this cushion. Vandenberg, as Karasek sets up shop in front, deflected it through to McConaughey, who will fish it away into the near side corner. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. They didn't get the reset. 4. Quick shot by Hansen. Comes out to Karasek. He'll just have to quick chop that one towards the cage, and it goes wide as the clock expires. 12 seconds left on the clock here in the second. Thanks for joining us here on Wednesday night at the Palace on Poirier. Malott with Kitch on the near side. Fake the handoff, goes back to the right point. Relays into the far corner. Burrards. Here's Gonzalez with a run towards the cage and dished into the end boards. Burrards hold. Kitch gets it through. No, it's picked off by Coles. Coles up the center. He'll ease up as Tyson Abbott going to call Budnick back to the bench. Looks like he's going to wait and get the offense out once again as Alex Tan will step out onto the floor. And here they go to run the play as Karasek setting a screen. So does Vandenberg opening up the shot by McNamara. And it goes through to McConaughey. You can see them look for that coming off of the bench. They waited until the brigade came out together and they started to set the screens. 11-17. Burrards to the far side corner. Trying to cut hard towards the middle. Across to Renault. Renault had trouble. Scooped it up. Tried to get around the man. Trying to work around Bailey. Screenplay set. Far side gets through. Wicked shot. Call it the save. Rebound. Call it'll deny that too. Back in front. Fresh 30 to work with. The Burrards trying to find a bit of their offensive stride here. Fake play. Cuts to the middle. Push. Takes the shot. Collette able to collapse on top of it. And the Adanacs survive the flurry there by Maple Ridge. Here's Kent. Looking to bring it back out to the near side as the Adanacs. Kai Hartley loads up, unable to fire, feeds it back through. McNamara. As it stops up at the far side, Vandenberg with Lucas into the middle. Nice play. Lucas is blocked in front. Good work by Thompson. Jamie Thompson with the block in front. Spin move by McNamara. And unable to get that one to tuck in underneath the crossbar. That one goes just over top of the cage. But McNamara, some silky dance moves there in front. Here's Malott to Gonzalez and into the far corner for Vargas. Kitch receives. Looking for a give and go, doesn't get it. Caden McIntosh, he's got a big lane. He takes a nice save by Collette. Picked up by Budnick. As Budnick surveying, looking for somebody as we enter single digits here in the second. 9:47 left. Wednesday night lacrosse from the Poirier. Owen Eckert towards the middle. Unable to fire. Feeds it to Lucas. Last man off of the offensive gate. Hudson Karasek passes. Back gate. Quick stick and a big save by McConaughey. Alex Tan was waiting at that back post. And the pass from Hartley was pinpoint accurate, but McConaughey was able to get the lumber on it in the far side. As Hansen under pressure has to move to his right, now to the middle on his forehand, right in front. Eckert lost the handle, couldn't make the play, but he keeps it alive by sweeping into the corner. Karasek, nice tap to get it back up in his stick, stops up in behind the cage. Karasek. Thought about maybe trying to tuck play. McConaughey was watching him like a hawk. 3 seconds left. Long range shot by Matthew Bailey. Over to Callan. As Callan will bring it over the timeline. Still doubled up in the shot department right now are the Burrards. Coquitlam with 34. Maple Ridge with 16. Gonzalez setting a screen for McIntosh. Fake the pass. McIntosh now over to the near side. Try to get the shot to the middle as Chenard sent that one away. Gonzalez can't find the loose ball. Big check there as Coles tries to get through. And a cross check of sorts against Gonzalez. Takes him out of the boards. They'll call it a loose ball push, and Maple Ridge gets control here. McElhargy looking to apply pressure. They left him at the near side, and Collette will bail out the defense as Chenard was all alone cutting it off the left wing. Lalonde. One hopper pass, can't get through to Alex Tan. Good back checking there by Curtis Doucette. Liam Lalonde, though, intercepts, brings it in behind the cage, stops up, saw the official there looking for a partial screen. Here's Alex Tan, 22 seconds left on the shot clock. Fake the pass, finds Henrik Lucas. The righty coming in on the left side, looking for the back gate with Hartley. Couldn't find him there. Hansen, defense, gets in the shooting lane. Tan fakes, takes wide of the cage, back out in front, scooped up. And the run starts the other way for Saeed. Saeed pivots around under heavy pressure by Hansen on the back check. We've seen Hansen getting it done on both ends of the floor, and he's nearly able to generate the turnover there. Burrards just keep it alive in front of their own bench. McIntosh, spin move. Tomer gets the bump, pulls it through. Far side, McIntosh under heavy pressure by Tomer. Gonzalez, the shot blocked by Charbonneau. Loose ball to the near side. Kitch from distance, misses wide. And the Adanacs will scoop that one up. Careful there, nearly a delay of game call as they tried to scoop that one up at the stick, but play hadn't been called in yet. Under 7 to go here. Eckert trying to cut to the center, kept to the outside. Good defense by Dowsley. Far wing for Vandenberg. Vandenberg trying to find himself, his offensive positioning in the middle. Nice sweep play. Karasek tried to shoot low, and that one will bounce off of the defense and up into the rafters. Stays in, though. Speaking of those rafters in that top corner, you can see the 2010, 2016, and 2018 Minto Cup banners for the Adanacs. A long and illustrious history of lacrosse in this building. Quick stick, McNamara scores! Hat trick for Luke McNamara. 5-point night, and that ball barely touched his stick. Cutting in, right place, right time, and the poise to just tap that into the top corner. Well done for McNamara. Under 6.5 to go, 13 are up on the board for Coquitlam as they keep finding their way into good offensive positions. Here's Lucas in tight now. Bodnick across, tried it, Kent scores! Brody Kent at the back gate. Very similar to how the last goal just went in. It's that wicked cross-floor pass tapped in with precision. Brody Kent, the defensive player, getting in on the offense as the defense of the Burrards lose him there. As Doucette curls around, tried to throw that one to the near side. And just a reminder, if you come to the Palace and watch a lacrosse game, keep your eyes on the field of play at all times. I tell you, these lacrosse balls, if you get tagged with one of them, they don't feel good. So if your face or your phone get taken out, it would be a real shame. As Kai Hartley will shoot around the defense, McConaughey will find it through traffic. Loose ball going into the far corner as Hudson Karasek getting that one away from Saeed. Back up to Kai Hartley and around again to the near wing. Chase Hansen back over. Alex Tan will find his teammate. Vandenberg again. Relays in front. Spike it. They score. 15 up on the board, and Alex Tan will find his first of the night. As they continue to shell the Burrards from several angles, you can see the defense. They react just a second too late as two players try and recover with Alex Tan alone in front. But not to be as he beats the netminder with a in-tight shot. As you can see, the coaching staff having a word with the defense over on the far side, trying to see if they can draw up some sort of pushback here in the second half of this game. 5:14 left in the second. As Caden McIntosh lost the stick, picked it back up. Here's Gonzalez trying to shoot around the defense. Stopped by Collette. McIntosh trying to put it back in front. As Ryan Chilton continues to announce the goals, Brody Kent's going to look for another. Kent's cutting in. He scores! Brody Kent got it done right at the back gate, and now he'll get it done in transition as the Adanacs continue to roll. 16-1 your score. As McConaughey looking for answers here as the defense continuing to find ways to get through to him. Saeed taken down, gets to Caden McIntosh. Chase Hansen working on McIntosh on the far side, able to shepherd him into the wall. Pinning that stick against the boards, it knocks loose. Lost the glove, lost the stick, and here come the numbers again in behind the defense. Nathan Maw gets the screen, takes the shot. It's blocked inadvertently as Jamie Thompson will get back there. Ball knocked off of the Maple Ridge Burrards bench as cutting through the middle. The captain, Owen Simpson, to the near side. Need some defense here as that one will sweep to the far side. McNamara, near side, trying to feed that through to the back side for Hudson Karasek. Spencer Vandenberg, as we got 3 righties, 2 lefties here. Karasek in front, controls and puts it off of McConaughey. That's using your noggin. And so they're going to put that one to the near side as McNamara is going to pick it up from the near side corner with a fresh 30 to work with here. Feeds it over. Vandenberg relays to Karasek. Pass up high. McNamara, as that one off of the back post, it looked like. That one looked like it might have gone right straight off of the back and out, but they'll say it hit the near side post. As 3:33 left to go here in the second period, the Burrards nearly surrendered a 4th to McNamara. He's got 5 points at the very least tonight already. We'll get up to date on all of the assists coming up at the intermission. Sharp angle shot goes wide and up out of play as Coles makes his way into the offensive zone. One of 2 Chicago area products, he and Spencer Vandenberg on this particular unit. As Chase Hansen had that one in the legs, picked up by Kitch. Stops up in behind the cage and looking to bring this one ahead. As Kitch looking up floor, Hansen in the middle. Gets him behind the defense. Here's Renault, back gate, quick stick, and Collette. He gets across, but it'll trickle in. Good work by Renault and Gonzalez, as that'll be the second of the game for Dion Gonzalez. As Renault, all of a sudden, the defense getting caught napping a little bit there for Coquitlam, and they're able to find the back gate. And that one just trickling past Collette. Even when you're up by 15, you got to make sure that you keep your head in the game, because if you can get these goals on the board, the worst thing you can do is start to develop bad habits in the second half of the game and take that into future contests. You got to play hard for the full 60. Thompson at the half sends it over to the near side for Saeed. As the defense, some of those defensive players going to get a bit of a look. Saeed will be replaced as they'll work their way towards the front. Malat in the middle, picked up by Vargas at the far side, through, and Collette got that with a back leg, was able to kick that one out. Here's a run for Charlie Quinn. Quinn getting him behind the defense. Quinn stopped by McConaughey. Kevin McConaughey able to keep his team within 14 with that one, as Charlie Quinn had a good look to the near side as they'll scoop it up off of the roller. Throws this one ahead to Kitch. Kitch to the far side. Gonzalez into the corner. Looking to cut back up high. Fake move. Brody Kent stays with him. Off to Renault. Renault off the boards. Trying to knock this one down. He does, but picked up by Jaden Toomer. Ahead. Received by Brody Kent. Brody Kent faking the pass. Thought about Karasek cutting it off of the far side. 22 on the shot clock here. Eckert to the near side. Back in the middle. Vandenberg scores! Spencer Vandenberg will sneak his way in the backside. And a nice pass, tidy from the near wing, will get through to Vandenberg. You see on the near side, they find the man cutting through, and the defense, you see there, Vandenberg just picks his lane, and nobody on the defensive side able to tag him. Cutting it off of the backside, you can see the defense talking with each other a little bit. Again, if you're the Burrards, you just got to keep your head high, and this again is still only game number 5. Still trying to get their feet wet this season, still trying to get things moving in the right direction. As this will be the 12th game of the season for Coquitlam, certainly able to keep their ducks lined up here. McElhargy Feed to the head for Caden Coles. Coles shoots and scores! Caden Coles keeps the floodgates open in transition as McElhargy finds him, and just enough separation there, takes the contact from the defense after the shot leaves the stick. As the Burrards still searching for answers here. 45 seconds left to go in the second. As the Adanacs battling for the face-off. Trying to knock this one loose as it goes to Kai Hartley. Into challenge is Malott. Kai Hartley will go to the left side. Relayed back over to the near wing again. Backside, Lucas. Trying to feed this one back out as Henrik Lucas will come across. Looking for Hansen. Knocked down Alex Tan. Lucas there as well. Who's going to come away with it? Saeed gets it. Hartley scores! The loose ball bobbles around, ends up in the stick of Kai Hartley. And with 11 seconds left, Hartley will turn and fire, and that one ends up in the back of the cage. Hartley with at least a 5-point night. Joins a couple other teammates as there's at least 3 or 4 Adanacs with 5 or more tonight. We'll get everything tallied up during the intermission as Renault goes for a run trying to get around McElhargy. Having none of it against the wall as Charlie Quinn will take a run there. Last shot by Thompson ricochets off of the back wall. And we come to the end of 40 minutes. Welcome back into the Palace on Poirier as the players make their way out to the floor to go to war once more. The Maple Ridge Burrards and the Coquitlam Adanacs. 45-21 the shot totals in favor of Coquitlam. Again, thank you to Power Shotcrete Structures as well as MNB for the first and second period shot sponsors, and as well to John B. Neighborhood Pub and Specialty Liquor Store for being the Penalty Box sponsor, and to all the wonderful community sponsors for sponsoring the individual players. We'll talk a little bit about them as we go along. But a lot of these community teams, you can't do it without the sponsors! And that is exactly why, because those community sponsors are powering players like Owen Eckert, specifically XL Physiotherapy. And that is a hat trick for Owen Eckert, and all 3 of his goals come of the Superman variety, horizontal as he tucks it in across the netminder. So not 1, not 2, but 3, as Owen Eckert gonna have to start calling him Superman with the way he's diving across the cage. As Vargas tried to sneak that one in back door around the defender, but Collette will get the pad onto it. Picked off. Here goes Charbonneau as Gonzalez will heavy back check on him. Charbonneau, spin move. Can he get it away? McConaughey will get the shoulders on it up high. Kept alive, though, by Chase Budnick. As Budnick will spin around. As Dowsley able to knock it away. Trying to scoop it up. It goes to Henrik Lucas. Henrik Lucas tonight so far, 2 goals and 3 assists, but the man with the most points of anybody, Spencer Vandenberg, a hat trick plus 4 assists so far this evening. As Karasek lets it fly, he scores. As Hudson Karasek, 3 assists, now he's got 2 goals to go with it, and it's that power from the shooter spot. Gets down, gets planted, and lets it go, and it sneaks between the arm and the breadbasket. The speed on that ball is immense. Just about a minute and a half gone by, and it's 21 now on the board for the Adanacs. So Owen Eckert and Hudson Karasek adding to the totals, as Vargas' shot will be deflected and still make it through to Collette. He'll use the shoulders to send that one up high. As here we go again. Numbers. Ma ahead to set the screen. Coles cutting in, puts it wide of the goal. Scooped up. Ty Bickick Feeds it ahead to Doucette. Chase Hansen and Luke McNamara getting the assists on that one. So McNamara now up to 6 points on the night as well. 3 goals, 3 assists. But again, on a night like tonight, you can't forget the contributions of the D-men as well, as they have been all over the floor, shutting down opportunities left and right. 17-33. As Vandenberg feeds it to the far side. Looking to cut towards the center. Owen Eckert cradles over. McNamara denied by McConaughey. And he steps inside, so forced to let that one go for the defense as the Burrards look up floor. Dowsley finds Tvet. Scoops that one over to Vargas. As Vargas joined by McIntosh. As well on the far side, he'll relay that one over for Marcus Chenard. Chenard to Kitch. Kitch knocked out of his stick. 17 on the clock as Collette sets the screen. And able to break free was Nathan Maw. Throws it in to Sam Charbonneau. Charbonneau will stop up at the near wing and feed that one back to Henrik Lucas. As Lucas cutting around to the near wing. Gets it on his backhand, now spins off of the screen of Karasek. Far side as Owen Eckert loads. Fakes, tried to bring it through. And the Burrards scoop up the loose ball. Here's a run for Saeed. Saeed to the near side. Looking back for the Cavalry coming off of the bench is Miller Renault. Ian Gonzalez combining for that second goal for the Burrards in this game. Back over to Gonzalez again. Relays it to the near side. Looking to get through. Saeed gets inside, forced back out. Ball knocked away. Can they get it away from Coles? No! Heavy check there by Matthew Bailey as he took Gonzalez down. Loose ball push, so Maple Ridge ends up with the ball. McIntosh trying to drag it through, looking for a shooting lane. Good stick by Chase Budnick as Jaden Tomer takes that one away, throws that one ahead into the offensive side of the floor. As the Adanacs leave this one with Spencer Vandenberg again. Vandenberg, back screen set, illegal pick called by the official on Alex Tan. And away they go. Simpson across the line. Looking for somebody to pass to as the captain will head off on the change. Malott goes to Vargas. Just about 4.5 gone. Vargas takes the shot, deflected, and goes off a Collette near side. They scoop it up off of the boards. Back at the McIntosh. Fake the pass. Right side point. Feeds it over. Back gate. Kitch takes the shot. He scores! James Kitch finds his way towards the goal from the backside, rewarded with the cross crease pass, and he's able to get that one past Collette. Nice feed across the floor, and the defense backed in front, unable to get to him. Good work there by Parker Malott to take up some real estate in front and draw the ire of the defense to give the lane to James Kitch. 21-3 now your score. A face-off win for Coquitlam. Try to feed it across, and Doucette will knock it down. Can't scoop it up in transition. Now the second try will go to Callan. As Callan into the offensive side, feeds it to the corner. Heads off on the change. Back up high. As on the offensive side of things, the Burrards still looking for a bit more momentum. Gonzalez to Malott to the near side, knocked away from Vargas. As it goes into the stick of Brody Kent. As Brody Kent stops up the near side, feeds this one back. Here's Hudson Karasek. As Anthony Vargas and Caden McIntosh getting the assists on that one, and McConaughey going to turn that one away. Lucas off of the reset to McNamara, cutting towards the middle, takes the shot. Malott watching Lucas, gives him a bit extra with the stick. That one's in the back of the cage. That one made it past my peepers. 14-14 left, and we'll see this one again as they get inside, and that one trickles through McConaughey and ends up in the back of the nets. There it is, just grazes that inside post after it gets through the arm and the chest protector of McConaughey. Players will bump to the near side. Coles and Vargas come together. Now McElhargy gets that one. It's now up to 22 are the Adanacs. 14 left to go on the clock. We'll see what kind of damage yet remains for the offense here as Vandenberg lost control of the stick as Saeed was able to take it out of his hands on the attempted pick and roll play. Stretch feed for Simpson, knocked it down, couldn't get it in the stick. 13:43 is Simpson and Callan having a chat. They'll scoop that one up to the Burrards in the offensive side of the floor as a Chenard to the far side, guarded by Bailey. Bailey takes him into the wall on the far side, continuing to work heavy on that one with a check. Nathan Ma there as well. Bailey battling in against the boards, wrapped up. Everybody finally separates. Here comes Nathan Ma, bumps, spins, takes, and it'll be stopped again as McConaughey gets the shoulders onto that one. It might have even got a piece of the post as well. He slowed it up a little bit. As the Burrards back up once again, taken off of the chest of Anthony Vargas, and now back into the near side for Gonzalez. Gonzalez spins off of the check of Brody Kent. Kent keeping him in the corner, not allowing him past. Here's Vargas again, back up McIntosh. Fake play towards the middle. One hand on the stick, looking for a lane. Takes the shot. Collette able to get it with the pads right as time expires. Ahead for Chase Budnick. 12:44 left to go. Stops up at the half line. Has to quickly get that one to Lucas before he ran out of real estate. Here's Karasek to the backside. Quick stick and quick work of it as Chase Hansen will get his first of the contest. And Karasek will pick up another assist. The second Adanac with at least 4 tonight. The defense forcing to commit to the near side. And that pass ending up right stick to stick and into the back of the goal. As Saeed will leave that one for his teammate, the Burrards, scoop it up and head out the other way as Jamie Thompson will get across the timeline. 53-26 now the shots. 12-12 left in the third. 20 goal advantage here. Pick play on the far side as Malott causing chaos in the middle and runs a heavy check into the back of Charlie Quinn. Away from the play, unnecessarily so. As the Burrards, you hope we're not going to see a couple of cracks of frustration show through in a game like this one. As Charlie Quinn back up. Tuck play by McNamara. Stepped inside as he tried it quickly. Just trying to keep himself out of the paint before that one had a chance to trickle through. Burrards on the counterattack. Ahead is Callan. Had trouble with the reception. Looking for another opportunity as Nathan Ma puts on the afterburners, earns himself some separation. 2-on-1, feeds it across. Brody Kent couldn't receive the pass as there's Kai Hartley. Takes the contact, and the back official is going to call a too many men penalty here on the Adanacs. Now the official coming over. Too many men, 2 minutes in the box. It's going to be Alex Tan serving the time. The John B. penalty box getting another victim here in the late stages. And 11:20 remains. A power play here, though, for the Burrards. We'll see if they can manufacture their 4th of the game with it. As it's McIntosh out with Vargas, Gonzalez, Malott. On the far side is Miller Renault. Renault at the back gate. Up to Malott, and again for Caden McIntosh. Screen play gives him room, and that one goes right into the stomach of Jaden Tomer. Big block there in front of his goalie. Out the other way, short-handed and stopped by McConaughey as McElhargy went for a run. 10:45, still a minute 22 on the power play as Miller Renault will take down the far wing. Again, Gonzalez out with Vargas, Malott, and McIntosh. McIntosh to the near side. Vargas going to set it back up with him. Working again. Fake the behind the back pass. Nobody really moved. Fake the pass again. It's deflected. Chase Budnick got the stick on that one. Long shot off of the pads of Colette. They're going to call the shot clock violation. So under a minute to go on the power play, 56 seconds to be exact. And the Adanacs here going to try and press the advantage. Going to kill off some extra time here. Shorthanded. We'll see if they can find maybe even a dangerous chance of their own as Charbonneau will go back up to Owen Eckert. As Owen Eckert looking for the far side of the floor. Under 10 minutes to go here. Eckert trying to cut towards the middle, and he scores! What a shorthanded goal for Owen Eckert. Backpacks the Burrards into the front of the goal mouth area. And he'll get that one to go shorthanded. That right foot just tucks in at the last moment to stay outside of the crease. And there were 3 Burrards in the area as he gets the shorty to go. Heck of a move by Owen Eckert. Again, Excel Physiotherapy, his sponsor this season. And they're getting their dollars worth because he is putting on a show here at the Poirier. As the Burrards continue, looking to try and go net zero on the power play, but they will not be able to do so as out of the box goes Alex Tan. McIntosh takes the shot wide of the cage, rebounds off of the back wall and stays in. 22 seconds to work with. McIntosh couldn't get it. It comes over to Anthony Vargas. Vargas, backside, quick stick, and unable to get it to go. Colette standing tall there. Back out to the offensive side is Caden Coles looking back towards the middle of the floor, finds Vandenberg. As the Adanacs stretch feed over to McNamara again. Bumps, takes the man down, falls, takes the shot, and McConaughey's able to get his pads on that one. Fresh possession to work with here, 8:40 as the defense looking for somebody to find. Vandenberg back over to the far wing. Adanacs loading up. Pulls it through. Saeed defending on McNamara. Up looking for Budnick. Able to receive that one back at the half line. 10 seconds left to go on the shot clock here. Vandenberg goes for a run. Had it pop out of the stick as the Burrards now pick it up. Gonzalez will hold into the offensive side for Maple Ridge. Again, Vargas out onto the floor once again, looking for the backside for Gonzalez, able to tap it towards the front. And the Adanacs going to get numbers again. Brody Kent scoops it back. 7:49 left to go. As the defense double teamed here, as Bikic gets himself wrapped up on the stick, ball comes loose. Scooped back up by Matthew Bailey. Back across to the far side. Here's the relay. Alex Tan towards the front, puts it wide. I think they'll say that Henrik Lucas had a foot in the crease before he made that play on the ball. So possession goes to Maple Ridge. 7.5 left to go here. Simpson had problems with it. He'll try it again now. (7:17) as the Burrards continue to try and find something to build on at the end of this game. Again, their 5th game of the season. Still lots of this young season left. Nice shot there. Colette falls down as a loose ball be battled for off to the far side. Picked up again as Nathan Ma will be looking down floor. Into the offensive side. Takes the long ball off of the shoulders of McConaughey. Deflects over top of the cage as Hudson Karasek looking for a little more there. 6:36 left to go. Adanacs around to the near side for Vandenberg. Screenplay set by Karasek. Far side. McNamara takes the shot through to McConaughey. Looking for the loose ball. Scooped up back gate. Can Vandenberg get it through? No. But he gets a loose ball. Vandenberg back up high to Owen Eckert. Relays to the far side. Now up again. Low shot. Ripped it wide of the cage. As 6:13 remain in this one. It goes all the way down the floor. 6:03 offensive possession again, knocked away by the defense, and trying to collapse is Matthew Bailey on it, as Malott will knock it back into the offensive side of the floor, but right to Caden Coles. Caden Coles with Burrards all over him. Looking to feed it ahead to Budnick, had trouble with it off of the glass. So Maple Ridge will get a piece of this one. Looking ahead, Borkowski tried to find Bikic, knocked away. Adanacs with possession again with 5:38 left now. Bikic working on Liam Lalonde. Keeping him to the outside, one-handed scoop over to Karasek. Karasek takes a shot, McConaughey to save. Karasek, though, gets a loose ball. Back up high to Alex Tan, and then to Karasek in that righty spot. Back up to a lefty and Owen Eckert, and he'll relay to the far side, looking for the back gate. Defender is there. Back across, though, Alex Tan towards the middle, falls down. Nice move, gets free, and stopped by McConaughey. Alex Tan able to keep that one alive with one hand on the stick and work it through the middle. Burrards again. Doucette with the ball as Hansen, he and Eckert work together to try and shepherd him into the corner. Now back up high under 5 minutes to go here in the third. 24-3 your score. Burrards down big and looking to see if they can just win these last 5 minutes and take something into their next game. Swims through McIntosh with a lane. Collette gets the save. Adanacs, screen roll play. McNamara takes the shot wide of the cage, and again, McNamara, 4:18 left to go. Still not satisfied, looking for more. As in this one, McNamara 3-3, even 6 points so far. Takes the shot, and that one rips off of the wall. Held in, though, by Kai Hartley. 13 on the shot clock. And that one from distance will add to McNamara's total. McNamara able to get that one from distance and continuing to add to the amount of heat being sent towards the front of the goal. As McConaughey trying to stay in front of some of these, and he's getting pieces of them, but they're still powering through. Budnick with speed to the back gates. Tried to find a streaking Kai Hartley on the scoop pass. Burrards have trouble with it in front. Now they'll get a handle on it.
Goal scored by number 17. McNamara. Lead assistant number 27, Alex Tan.
As Alex Tan will pick up an assist. The lone one on McNamara's effort there. As we enter the final 3.5 minutes here. Hard to leave anybody out of the star selections tonight. It's going to be a dogfight. There's only 3 spots available. As the Adanacs, McElhargy will toss this one ahead to Alex Tan, and they'll venture out into the offensive side of the floor once again. Quick shot into the stick of McConaughey, and then the rebound tried to be tucked in by Alex Tan, but he was denied. Picked off in the middle by Sam Charbonneau, but the loose ball stays free again for the Burrards around to the near side. Waits, takes to the left, and Collette able to slide over, and the loose ball backed right into him again. .2:15 left as they continue to rock. The offense out once again. Time will wind down on the possession with under 2 minutes to go. Burrards. Shots now 65-31. As Gonzalez and company will make their way out, and for the Burrards again this evening, give credit for not having a whole bunch of foolishness in this game. As Vargas on the follow-up, Colette will get the denial there. As Chenard unable to get purchase on that one of the back gate, as Butnick will bring it across.